Welcome to Working and Wondering.
I'm one of your hosts. My name's Chris.
And I'm Martha, and we're also a Venturesome couple.
That's right. And this week is going to be a fun one. We're talking about social media influencing or content creators. So you want to be a millionaire.
Yep. So you want to earn money off content creation. How do we do that?
But can you do it and make a living? We're going to get into the weeds on this, y'all. So stick around. If you like social media and you think you might want to do this for a living, we're going to give you the no BS answers as we go through this.
Yeah, some valuable insights that we've learned along the way from becoming Venturesome couple and Working and Wondering.
And let's be real, y'all. I've got an MBA. I do know the business side of things. It makes life a little easier. And of course, that's what we're all about, sharing the knowledge and setting you up for success. Can you do it? Short answer is yes. Let's get into the weeds.
All right, let's do it.
Where do we go? All right. I want to be a social media content creator. Where in the hell do I start?
So you want to formulate, like, what is your social media going to be focused on? What is your call name going to be? When Chris and I figured out Venturesome couple, that's us.
Yes.
We went and secured all of Venturesome couple on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, everything before we even announced it.
What you want to do or where you want to be in that realm matters. And also, part of what you have to figure out on day one of us being Venturesome couple, you notice it's not Venturesome RV couple or Venturesome cruise couple. And why is that?
Because we didn't want to get stuck in one niche, because honestly, it's about Chris and I and our adventures.
That's right.
And we go on a cruise. We love RV life. We have a home base. Sometimes we travel by plane.
You mean Venturesome, as the name says?
Yeah.
Wow. Think about that when you do that. So not to say that having a specific niche in your name, like RV, like if you're the RV traveler, sorry if that is a real name, I don't know. But if you are, just know that's what your audience expects. If you're Venturesome, they're expecting adventures. You're setting the tone with your brand. So be very, very thorough on what your plan is day one, because it's going to get out of control very quickly.
Yeah. And just a few months into us becoming Venturesome couple and doing mostly RV life, because that was our season in life. I mean, we still RV a lot. But someone was like, oh my gosh, you guys are on a plane.
You're RVers. You can't be on a plane.
I was like,
Says who?
I was like, I posted pictures of us on the airplane.
We're transparent.
I'm like, we went out to California for a week for Chris's work trip. So I'm like, it's okay if you take a plane or a train or a bus and not RV all the time.
Right.
That's reality.
So just know your niche will support you. Your community will support you on that.
Mm-hmm.
So you know what your name's going to be. You kind of got a direction on what you're going to do. The very first thing we're going to tell you to recommend doing is set up an LLC or just a sole proprietorship or any type of business that suits you well. You can do an S Corp. You can do a C Corp. If you don't know what those are, dig into it. It's just corporation style. So set up a business, because everything you do in content creation costs a lot.
It does.
And so you're going to want to be able to take those tax write-offs in the early years when you're not making a lot of money.
Yeah, let's be real. I'm like, no one paid us and said, hey, become Venturesome couple. Let me sponsor you with all these cameras and stuff. We're just Chris and Martha Peters. And
we spend a lot of damn money out of pocket. We're still not getting paid by people. So we're going to be real with you guys. So the next thing, okay, we got the business, we got the name. What else do you need to do as far as the names?
So for us, we wanted our own domain. So we wanted our own website. We made one with a landing page. We went to Bluehost, I think it was in the beginning, just to have a landing page. And eventually, once we started a couple years in, we're like, you know what? Let's elevate it. Let's go to Squarespace and do more with it.
Yeah, and there's a lot of them. I mean, there's GoDaddy. There's what are we on right now? What do we just switch to? WordPress. There's a lot of different options. Kind of figure out what you want to do. If you want to get into the blog space in the long run, WordPress is good, but it's complicated. If you're looking for a simple website, Squarespace was awesome. We could build our own really easily.
Yeah, it was really easy to navigate and maneuver through. And now we paid a company to switch us out of Squarespace, put us on WordPress, and we hired our daughter to help manage our website.
Yeah, like I said, it spins out of control in a hurry. So you got your website, you got your domain names, you got your business license. What else do you need to do to start insulating yourself before you get big?
Get a Google phone number.
Yeah.
And we recommend that. So Chris and I, we had Alaskan phone numbers for, gosh, well over 10 years.
Yeah.
And once about a year in, we decided, you know what, we're going to dump our Alaskan numbers, get Florida numbers because that's where our home base is, and get a Google number for our business.
It's awesome. Now we don't have to have a separate phone. And like the days of landlines at home, you know, we all know that they're gone. And I didn't want to have like a second cell phone number. So the Google Voice phone number has been fantastic for us. It gives us an opportunity to give people a number that they can call, they can leave voicemails, they can text us on, they can send pictures on, but it doesn't give people your direct cell phone number. So you leave that for what we call the bat line.
Yes, we call that the bat line.
Right? If you get the bat phone, you're in the circle of trust.
Yes, I agree. And I'll tell you what, having that Google Voice number has been great because Chris and I, we have the same app, the same login, and either one of our phones, when someone calls us on the Venturesome Couple phone number, either one of us can answer it. And I think that's great.
It does ring simultaneously on both of them. I do love that. And that was a added surprise. We didn't know that going in. We had no clue it was going to do that. But a Google Voice number is free. And you can get it in pretty much any area code you want. So wherever you want to set up your business, go for it.
And like we said, as a business expense, this keeps it down for us because we're not paying for the Google number. It's free and we don't have to manage a third phone.
Thank God. I got too many as it is. So we have a disagreement on this one, don't we?
Which is that?
Oh, about the email addresses.
Yes.
So
we created venturesomecouple@gmail.com first.
Correct.
And then somewhere down the line, someone over here, my husband, created info@venturesomecouple.com.
And that was a stupid idea, in my opinion, because what it did is it gave us a @venturesome.com email, which from a business perspective looks professional, right? Because you have @blah-blah-blah.com instead of gmail.com. Problem is, in order to do that, we pay $70 a year through Google for them to host blah, 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 venturesomecouple.com. So we're wasting $70 a year. And right now it's pretty well integrated. I need to go in and honestly cancel the stupid thing and just put everything to Gmail because we haven't found that companies have shied away from the Gmail account, which is my concern going into it.
That was a concern as we started growing with our community and with working with affiliate sponsors and friends with.
Yep.
They're okay with gmail.com.
Yeah, they didn't have any problems with that. So I learned a valuable lesson. Save yourself $70 a year. All right. So those are the bases, right? Like that's step one. Let's summarize step one.
So, yep. Find out what your name's going to be. Live with it. Love it. It's you. That's your brand. And go to every social media website that you want to be a part of or potentially be a part of. Like we went to Instagram, we went to Facebook, we went to YouTube and made sure we could have Venturesome Couple on all these platforms.
TikTok, Threads.
Yeah, Threads. And the Threads came out later, but in the beginning, we made sure we got all these major social media platforms because we didn't want it to be Venturesome Couple
_1
or something. And we've seen that happen to some of our friends.
Yes, absolutely. So once you get the platforms, make sure you get the business license in place so you can start helping yourself out a little bit financially. And then email address, website, all those things can come in time. But I would say set the foundation and makes your life way the heck easier. Because if you are serious about being an influencer or a content creator, having the foundation ahead of time will make life a lot easier because you will reach a point where you are very busy and not making any money.
Yeah. And just to go back on why you want all the same names on all the platforms, easier to find you.
Yeah.
Plain and simple, easier to find you. You don't want to be, Venturesome Couple +1 on this website and this platform, Venturesome Couple Travel. It's confusing.
It's confusing. And remember, Google runs service engine optimization. Google is the world's biggest search engine. It is directly affiliated with YouTube. They kind of run one and the same in that sense. So if your Venturesome Couple on every platform, on all locations is spelled exactly the same, when somebody does a Google search, they're going to find our website, our email. They're going to find all of our handles for social media. Make yourself available. And you notice we're not talking about the money yet, because if you don't do these things, none of the other stuff's going to come.
Yeah. And one other thing we didn't bring up is have a good logo design.
Yeah. And tell them what we did.
So something simple, simplistic, very few colors. We went to Design Hill. We're not affiliated. We just saw that it was a good option. They had a competition. So you can pay to be in this competition where about 30 artists are going to bid for your.
Right. We sponsor the competition. We say, this is, you answer a bunch of questions. This is what we're thinking of. This is what we want. They submit their design ideas. You scour through it and go, hey, I like these 2 or 3.
Yeah. And they gave us like 3 days. So I managed that 3 days. And then there was a couple that came back and they were collaborating, because you can contact with them on the website and it's all secure. And the one that was like the most responsive and that like understood what you were about, asked more questions, came up with a fantastic logo. Now we had one flaw in our logo, our original logo.
We got too cute, so don't get cute in it.
Don't get too cutesy. We had a kettlebell in ours, and people thought it was Venturesome couple and not Venturesome couple. So we end up taking the kettlebell out.
Just throwing an O in there. No. And when long term, we've been able to maintain the business partnership with this creator that designed our logo, and we've had him create our Venturesome Tribe, our membership page. Go to venturesomecouple.com, check out Tribe.
Yeah, and he did that. And I love that because it's the same vibe as our logo.
Yes, it is. And so we've had him create it over and over again. And those were one-on-one dealings from there. We set a price up front working directly with him. So it's wonderful because he has all of our stuff. And then as part of it, we got rights to everything because it's our Fling logo.
Yeah, it's been a great business venture with him.
Yeah. So now that you've got your business set up and you've got every domain and you're ready to go, what do we do?
You post.
You post.
You post, make announcements, tell your friends. Like us, we are very proud of what we're doing. It was a new adventure and we're very excited, but you just got to post.
And just know, not everybody's going to be your fan, including your inner circle.
Yes.
They can talk some crap. They may push you to have to remove them out of your circle, speaking from experience, because not everybody understands your vision or your goal. So if you're going to be in the content creation or social media influencer world, you have to know your why and what your North Star is when you get into it. And just know your audience, your fans, your friends, your family, that's your very core group from the day you start. Those that'll support you, you want to have stick around. Those that don't, you got to move on. You can't have that negativity in your life.
Yeah, it was really wild and crazy because that happened to us personally 3.5 years ago when we told our inner circle and family and friends that, hey, we're going to sell our house in Alaska, do the RV life. We did go full time and become Venturesome couple and do YouTube, content creation, social media platforms.
Yep.
We have some supportive folks and we had some that just laughed their butts off.
Yeah, and we're heckling us online, actually making fun of us on our pages. So, don't let that happen to your life. But you can talk more about, like, let's talk YouTube. Let's start there because you went through, well, tell everybody how you did it.
So we look for others for inspiration, others that have been successful. And of course, everyone knows if you're in the RV space, everyone knows keep your daydream.
Yes.
So we had the pleasure of meeting Mark and Trish in Elkhart at the campground and we talked to them. But prior to that, we watched their seasons every year, watched their kids grow, watched them go in different RVs. It was very inspirational. And we're like, you know what? They came out with a program of how to start a YouTube channel. So we paid for that program and I took it and that's how we started doing YouTube.
It
sets a foundation up.
Is it still around?
Yeah, it's still around. So it sets a foundation up. And of course they have coupon codes out there. We don't have one because we're not affiliated.
Who did you use?
I use Chad and Tara's from Changing Lanes.
Go to their website.
Yep. Go to their website and look for how to start a YouTube channel. They have a coupon code.
So you do have to have 4,000 watch hours and 1,000 subscribers in order within a 12-month period to get monetized. Monetized means that you can make money. We're going to talk about the very first place to make money, which is YouTube in that sense. And how are we making our money on YouTube?
So through the ads, like our long form videos, and now they do on shorts, you can make money, but it's not much. But on your long form videos, over 7 or 8 minutes, you can have an ad. But like Chris said, 4,000 watch hours and 1,000 subscribers, within 12 months, and then you can get monetized.
Right. And there's so many considerations like what that equates to in actual revenue, because there's a CPM is what it's called. And you can get like into the weeds on the YouTube world. But I can tell you, just generally speaking, that most content creators at the smaller scale, like us, we're at what, 14.4, 14.3, something like that on YouTube. So we're small, are not making a living off of Google AdSense by itself. That's just the reality. We started out where we were making like $5 a month, and it's got better. But it's not a full-time living. I mean, to be transparent, we're sitting anywhere between 800 to 1,000 a month on YouTube, right?
Yeah. And that takes a while too, because you have to build your community, you have to build your tribe, and you need people to watch your videos consistently and not just get to the magic numbers just to get monetized. I mean, that is like a goal. Like the first goal of YouTube is 100, so you can get your own URL, and then the next is 1,000, or
that's right, 1,000 plus your watch hours.
Your watch hours.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay, I'm like,
No, you were right, because you want to get, once you hit that, then you can become monetized. Then you actually can make ad revenue, and you have different ways you can approach social media influencing or content creation. We 100% knew that we were going in it for the community.
We did, and for that, like Chris still works full time, his corporate job. I gave up my job as a behavioral health recruiter and dedicated to Venturesome Couple.
Right. We want to build this out as our brand, as our company, and as a long-term strategy for entrepreneurship, which is why you go into it. For us, it's about community, it's about experience, it's about time, it's about having fun. You have to know your direction. Like you got to know that going into it. Like, what do you want to do? There's basically different types of content that you have to think about when it comes to making social media reels and things of that nature.
Yeah. So you got to decide how your channel is going to be going and what direction you want it to go. Like Chris and I, we say we always want to be us 24/7. That's us.
Right. What you see is what you get on channel. There's no personas. There's no fake anything. But you can go entertainment, education, or, how-to tips, tricks. But let's be real. There's two types of ways that people find instant gratification that doesn't always work out to long-term success.
And that's drama and sex.
Yep. So if every thumbnail's got somebody in a string bikini, y'all don't want to see me in that. Or it's, oh my God, my trailer fell apart, my tires fell off, and oh my God, I flipped it.
Or, oh my gosh, he left me, when it comes out that he just went on a work trip.
Right. So drama sells, sex sells. This is nothing new. This is the history of marketing. No surprises there.
And those clickbait titles and
they piss off a lot of people.
They do. Like Chris and I, before we even did YouTube, thought about becoming Venturesome Couple doing this. We always despise those that like have those clickbait type titles on, and it's not just RV, it's like any other type of YouTube video. And we know one in the CrossFit space that he always gets us, but we'll still watch it. And you know who I'm talking about, but I won't say. And it's like, really?
Right.
Or sometimes they don't even talk about what the thumbnail says. And that's just like,
so just figure out what you want to go, what direction you want to go. You have to plan that in advance as you're building this out, because if your plan is to go community, it's not the fastest way to grow, but it is the best from a personal content creator experience.
And Chris and I, we're very passionate about what we do. We're very proud of everything we put out, because that is us. And we wouldn't do anything else,
Yeah. And you will get called on it, and you will get called names beyond belief. So just know, like, these are nuggets that you just have to you have to realize when you put yourself out in the public, people are there. Everybody's going to have their opinion. And, I think, where was it? Like 25% of all people won't like you no matter what you do. So screw it. Who cares?
And that's okay. Like Chris and I will, and others, we've called those keyboard warriors, that we don't know what's going on in their lives behind the screen. They could be having a bad day. They see something and they're like, and they'll just give their opinion on what they saw, whatever.
All right.
And just build thick skin. No, it's not you personally.
So we've got off a little bit there. So we're going to go back to the money side of things. So YouTube equals AdSense. ADSENSE. So AdSense. That's how Google pays you. How else do we do it as far as like the YouTube or TikTok and Meta and all that?
So with Meta, so Facebook and Instagram and TikTok, so you have to build your community, your followers, your subscribers, and once you hit a threshold, then Meta or TikTok will offer like, hey, you're eligible to enroll in bonuses.
Right. And it's not as clear as it is on YouTube. Like YouTube's like 4K, 1K, right? Like everybody else, it's like an invite that we just randomly got out of the blue.
Yeah. And it's like certain amount of followers, and same thing with TikTok. And you have to put so many things out and they want it to be original. I mean, there's a lot of rules and regulations, and they do change these and update them periodically. Right. So definitely check the dashboards on each of them. Like you had to get a certain number of followers on Instagram in order for you to carry over posts from Instagram to Facebook, which that's been a blessing.
Yeah, it saves you one post every single time you post something.
And when I post something personally, I'll post it on each of the platforms except for Instagram carries to Facebook.
Right. And just know that like the money that we're making on ad revenue, we'll call it, it's not really ad revenue per se, but off the bonuses on social media is very small. Now, we do know of some larger creators that were making thousands off of Facebook Reels and Instagram Reels.
Yeah, like a full-time job type.
Yeah, big money.
And then Meta said, you know what, we're going to restructure. We're taking the bonuses away. So they did take that away for a while, and then they brought it back, but not as strong.
Yeah, we make way less now than we used to. I mean, when they had their first program, we were making hundreds, not thousands.
Yeah. And we were just getting into it too. So, I mean, we didn't just start posting everything like how we're posting now from day one. There's a lot of things we've learned along the way.
Yeah, it's a building process. I would recommend, and this isn't a sponsored thing, but I would follow Think Media on YouTube. They're fantastic.
Yes.
We have no affiliation with them whatsoever, but their content's great.
It is. I agree.
They teach you how to do social media, like every platform.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there is ways to make money off that. Now, if you go into this world and you get a decent following, and I say decent because that is perspective. I can't give you a magic number. Some companies are cool working with people with 500. Some companies are like, we won't even touch you till you got 100,000, right? And so it just depends on where you're at. But affiliate marketing.
Yes. Go ahead.
You want me to cover that?
Yeah, cover that.
All right. So affiliate marketing is basically commission, right? That's the bottom line. So if I have a product that I absolutely love and we put it on our trailer and I'm raving about it, and you see it, and we have a link, you'll know this term, link in the description. If you click on that link, that is an affiliate marketing link, which means that there's a cookie embedded into that or a link embedded into that. And when you go onto that link, it goes to the website. We, Venturesome Couple, get credit for that sale. We can make as little as nothing. We can make as much as 17%. Depends on the product, the company. There's so many variables. But just know, in content creation, one of the ways that people make a decent living is through affiliate marketing. Now, it for us is a balancing act because I don't want to be, or we don't want to be, a infomercial.
No, we don't. And a lot of this, like when you're starting up, it's easy to accept like free items in exchange for video, for reels, for pictures. For Chris and I, we always research a lot of the stuff we did buy on our own and used it. And sometimes we wouldn't even reach out to the company for like a couple of years, 1 to 2 years. Mm-hmm. And after using the product over and over, a lot of times we're like, hey, we love your product. We'd love to work with you. We'd love to offer our tribe a discount.
Right. And that's why we do it for us. We literally want to pass the savings on to you all. And if we make a couple nickels off it for some coffee and gas money, cool, that's great. But affiliate marketing can be a very lucrative thing. Now, are we making a full-time living off this? No, not at all. Because
it's like a part-time living right now.
Shoot. Yeah, we'll go with part-time. That works. But it's feast or famine, right? Affiliate marketing is very seasonal. So when you're building out your business side of things, you got to understand, in the summer months, air conditioning matters, right? Because it's hotter than the devil's butt crack down here in Florida. So you got to have AC. So things that are related to cooling a RV off will do well in the summer.
Yeah, so a lot of things can be seasonal, and it depends on, in the holiday seasons gets a little slow, so you gotta get creative, and
Right.
but it is a hustle. Every month is a hustle.
It is because there's no guarantee, right? So on affiliate marketing, you got to think about what products you're pushing to your tribe or your community. But you also have to understand that if you're recommending a product, they will darn well call you out if you're not using that product. And we've had people walk up to us at our RV and be like, "Hey, can you show me blah 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 that you said you have?"
Now, when Chris says call out, it's not like they don't believe you. They wanna come see it in person, so don't think of that as a negative, because
Right.
that kinda sounds a little negative.
Oh,
When
okay.
you
That's
say
not my yeah.
when someone says call out, it sounds negative.
They're like, "Come at me,
So,
bro."
we use our trailer as a show trailer. We don't get paid to do that, but we take pride in what we have, what we do. We're happy to show.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, like
So
our fifth wheel, we had a ton of Moride stuff on there. So we were happy to showcase that and show it how it works. So that's what Chris means when they come and call out. They want to see, how does this work? Are you still using it? Is it holding up? Because if someone's going to invest time and money in a product, they want to know that it works great.
yeah, for us, it comes down to the customer service too, because
Hmm.
that's something that you and I have talked a lot about. Is like if this, it, we, I'll go off on a little squirrel. You can help me on this one. This scooter company, I'm not going to say names, reached out to us and be like, "We want to give you scooters." Looked it up, did some research, everything looked good, right? Reviews are good, quality's good, price point's perfect. I'm like, "Sure, you want to send us a couple scooters? Cool, let's do that." And then what happened?
We had everything all written out and everything. And then we said, okay, here's our time frame and all that. Nothing happened for a month. Our last email from them said, we're going to email you when we get the shipping confirmation numbers and send it to you. We waited a month. During that month, we emailed twice and we're like, hey, we're just checking in. We waited like a couple weeks. Hey, we're checking in. Um, any word on the shipping confirmation? Nothing. 2 weeks goes by again. Same email we sent to them. Nothing. And then Chris is like, you know what? We're just going to go and buy our own scooters
Right,
and not work with this company. We don't like the customer service. They want us to be their ambassadors, but yet they're ghosting us. And
right.
it's been a month. So a week later, he sends an email to that company and says, thanks, but no thanks. We're not interested in
Yep,
working with you. Please do not send the scooters. I mean, of course, he said it more professional than that, but
right.
that was the gist of it. And within that day, they emailed back and what did they say?
Oh, they were kissing our butt and talking about how there was shipping delays and there was issues with transportation and blah blah blah. The bottom line is all they had to do was communicate with us. We at that point it had been 5 weeks. We'd reached out 3 times. We already had a contract ready to go. If
And,
that's the way they're going to treat their customers, I'm not going to put my name or our business name on that and say this is worthwhile.
and we end up buying scooters that cost twice as much each.
Yeah.
And I mean, we've had fun with them. We actually reached out to the company, but then we decided not to because their customer service is not,
Sucked.
yeah, is not that great. And we're like, you know what?
Not interested in putting
Not
our name behind
interested.
it.
Scooters are fun. Your customer service is horrible. And
Remember, as a content creator or a influencer, however you want to call this, you are a marketing specialist. You're taking what you have and you're advertising it to the world. Whether it's humor, whether it's products, whether it's a brand, just know you are in marketing. And if a company doesn't provide you with good experience and doesn't meet the needs of what you want, don't market for that brand. There's other options out there. So that's what I'm going to recommend on the affiliate marketing. One, yes, don't shy away, but make sure it's products you believe in and that are worth your time, right? We got reached out to by Timu. I don't know anything about Timu. I'm not against them. I know they're like Wish. They're a company that sells a lot of products from China. That's not a good fit for our audience.
And that's not a good fit for us because one, we hadn't heard from the company, and two, we've never ordered anything from there. So it's like, how can we give an honest opinion about something? A lot of times we will purchase something from the company, try it out, test out their customer service, kind of
Right.
like a secret shopper in a
Yeah.
sense. And we just want to make sure everyone gets a good experience because that's what we're about.
Absolutely. So affiliate marketing's worth it. AdSense is cool. Making a couple bucks off reels, all those things help, right? It's just think of it as revenue streams. One of the things you can do as you get bigger, and we're making a little bit off this, and I mean a little bit off this, is personal merchandise.
Yeah, and we haven't pushed much out there. We recently just did put some carousel posts out on Instagram and Facebook about it, about our merchandise. And it's just because we waited a while because we're like, well, okay, we're not that big yet. We're not
Mm-hmm.
that big yet. We're like, you know what? Let's just put some stuff out that we would want to wear. We kind of revamped our merchandise because we had it out for about a year and we just wore our stuff.
Yeah. And just know logo stuff usually doesn't sell worth a damn. So like Venturesome couple logo gear,
Yeah.
not a thing. A lot of what we ended up doing was using Canva, which is just an app-based program or web-based program, and it started really focusing on designing clothes that we like, hats that we like.
And like I said earlier in this video or this podcast, we enlisted our daughter to work for us. And guess what? She came up with some really cool designs too.
Don't ever shy away from, right? There's generational difference. We're in our mid 40s. Our daughter's in her early 20s. She has a completely different mindset. So leverage that.
Yeah, she's Gen Z, we're Gen X, and it's been a beautiful blend because since then she's been giving us great ideas.
Yeah, so take advantage of that, but don't hesitate to get your own products out there. And even if you're only selling a few of them, it's you, it's your brand, it's your logo. Do it. So sell merchandise. We use a drop ship company, which I really like because the drop ship company takes our designs, they load it onto the website, and so we have a landing page which has all our merch on it.
Yeah, and it's on venturesomecouple.com. And what we love about this company is that they're a small business. We love supporting small business.
Yep. It's a mom and pop shop out of New Jersey. So if you want to know what it is, go to venturesomecouple.com, go into merch, and hook yourself up with some enjoy every moment gear.
Or some of the veteran or our Red Friday shirts.
Absolutely.
So our veteran and our Red Friday shirts, all proceeds we collect from that will go to Soldier's Heart, which is out of South Central Foundation. So it goes to vets, first responders, and it's a beautiful program.
Yes. One of the things we're just getting started in, and we're just putting our toes in the water on, but we're seeing others that we know that are friends of ours be super successful about, is events.
Yes. So Chris and I, we are going to start our own gatherings.
Yeah. That's our version of a rally, y'all.
Yes.
So where does that come from?
So that comes from me. So I'm Alaska Native Indian, and, meeting together, we call those gatherings. So that's something special to me. And we want you to feel like you're part of our family. So that's what we call tribe.
Yep. That's our tribe. So meetings and events, you can do fundraisers for charity. You can do fundraiser for, like in our case, a lot of what we're going to be doing is for Soldier's Heart. It's a nonprofit that we believe in. Martha used to work for South Central Foundation. So it's very personal, and we know it's legit. And it's not going to be one of those things where 2 cents out of every dollar goes towards whatever charitable cause.
Yeah. 100% proceeds go to that.
Yeah. So if you do events, you do rallies, there's ways you can make money. And I guess one of the things that we should talk about is the pushback that you may receive for selling things, AdSense.
Yeah. So a lot of consumers, like even us, before we even, started content creation, we didn't realize, you'll see content creators, YouTubes and all that out there like, hey, buy this, buy that, buy this, buy that. You know why? Because this lifestyle gets expensive, and it's not like we don't want you to pay for like our trips. It's like the equipment, the time it takes to edit the videos and the reels and the pictures and all the stuff we do extra. Chris works a full-time job, and he works about 50 plus hours a week easily.
Yeah.
Plus he does Venturesome Couple with me, and then he's a dad, and then we have our fur daughter. I mean, there's just so much other stuff going on.
Right. And it's expensive, right? Business licenses, like Martha said, equipment, things of that nature, website, domain hosting, travel, it costs a lot of money to go down to the Keys and do videos down there, and just to get told you're an idiot. Speaking from experience, that is. One of the other things that you may see or have the opportunity to take advantage of, and I would say use this sparingly in the beginning, which is sponsored videos. So a sponsored video is where you and a company come to an agreement, whether it's on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, whatever. They pay you X number of dollars to sell a product that they want advertised on your channel. Back to that marketing money.
Yeah, and it could be like an integration video where you do 2 minutes little infomercial about it, a dedicated video. I mean, there's lots of ways that they can do that.
Yeah. So sponsored videos are great in one hand because you know what you're getting up front, and there's usually not a back end requirement. Most of the time when we've seen sponsored, it's like, we'll pay you up front, but you're not going to get any affiliate money on the back end. Or you go the opposite direction. We'll give you the product. You make your money off the affiliate. So the sales commission. So you can go either way with that. But sponsored videos or sponsored channels can be very profitable. once you get to the point where you can utilize that. We haven't reached that as far as having like a sponsor channel.
Yeah, and as a content creator, don't just do everything for free. There should be some money that comes with it in some way. Like Chris said, either do the video and then you get paid on the back end, or get paid for the video. I mean, there's a lot of give and take and negotiation that you can do.
Don't market anything for anybody for free. Mm-hmm. You better at least get a commission off the sales. That's just the business side of things. Have we done it? Yes, that's why we're telling you don't do it, because we've learned the hard way. We've advertised stuff that has moved well for companies, and we got not a bleeping thing out of it.
Yeah.
So don't do that. Protect your business.
And there's other times that it has paid off.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Affiliate money, like I said, can be good, but it's feast or famine. Sometimes like a video just goes viral. Well, not viral. A video does well, and then a lot of people want to buy that product. You can do great. We did a reel on an Amazon window shade.
We did. And we put that in our little Amazon affiliate link, and it sold out. It was just, and what was funny about that, it was probably about 30 seconds total. I did edit a little. I showed how we use it, the value, and how it blackened it in the inside, which 100% of it was true.
Yep.
And thought nothing of it. And I was like, hey, Chris, we need a reel. Let's do this. And we just highlighted something that we thought was cool. And it was like $20 off Amazon, and it sold out, and it's still sold out.
1,700 units. The reason we know is because you can go on our Amazon page on the back end to see the analytics. 1,700 units sold out in 24 hours. You know how much we made off that?
How much?
Like $30. Amazon don't pay crap, y'all.
Yeah, I was going to say Amazon does it. It's cool to have, and we have our Amazon affiliate link. And the reason why, it's just easier to show, like, because we spend a lot of money on Amazon.
Good God, yes.
And it's just a great way to show you that, hey, this is what we've used. Like, we started a new one for our travel trailer. So all the things that we buy and use on it, it's in there. So it's a little easier to find.
We put the Amazon page together because truly it's only items that we have personally bought, personally used, and will 100% say, yes, these work. We're trying to save you all the headaches of the mistakes that we made by buying crap because you're trying to save a couple bucks. In the long run, that always bites me in the butt, and we call it the stupid tax.
Yeah, and if we don't believe in something or use something anymore, like we refuse to use something, I don't know, we changed what we're using, we'll take it down.
Yeah, absolutely, because we don't want to say, hey, this is worthwhile.
Yeah. And
put you in a bad spot. So the last thing that I want to talk about from a revenue standpoint. So, you're making that affiliate money, you're doing some events, you got some merch being sold, you're getting a couple nickels off AdSense. You love the community aspect. You want to build a membership.
Build a membership.
There you go. So there's lots of options. YouTube has it. Patreon has it. You can do it off your website.
Instagram has one. TikTok.
Everybody's got
it.
And all those social media platforms or hosting platforms such as Patreon, they'd love for you to sign up. You know why? They're going to take a cut.
Yeah.
So if you put $5, they might take 20%. That's $1.
But I mean, rightfully so, because you're using their platform for your membership.
It's capitalism. That's America right there.
Now, Chris and I, we started our membership. We haven't pushed it out yet. We're going to wait for a live to do that. But we're hosting that on our webpage.
Yeah, we are. We want to keep control of two things. We want to keep control of the people that are coming in as far as names and their information. We don't want that on some platform that could get hacked, right? So it's a security thing. And two, let's be real. We know a YouTube, Instagram that we used, or excuse me, an Instagram channel that we used to follow that literally just got shut down, and they were huge.
Yes. And I believe he had a membership too. And the sad part is that now he has to start again. And then like, hey, everybody, I'm on here. Like, what happens if something happens to your Instagram account or your TikTok or your Facebook or your YouTube channel?
Or you piss off somebody and they report you for something you said, and whatever Instagrammer shut you down like they did him. He had over 500,000 followers. He was making a full-time living off of Instagram, and they shut him down.
And we were like one of his first 200 followers. Yeah, I remember.
He was hilarious. So he's still around, but now he has to start from ground zero. So the reason I say that is diversify your platforms. Yes. Don't put your eggs in one basket. So by putting our membership onto our website is one thing we can control. One of the things we haven't talked about is a blog. We're new into that space also.
Yeah, we're excited. So we enlisted the help of our daughter.
She's going to help us with the blogs, because blogs are another way that you can advertise. Think about it as you go on an amazing trip, you see some cool things. Maybe the visitors bureau's like, hey, we'd love to do a partnership with you. Recommend this, and you get 5 cents per click or whatever the deal you work out is. Blogs are another way to teach to touch your audience and to be able to market either affiliate money or your personal products or merchandise.
Yeah, and the reason why we hired our daughter to do our blogs is that she has a great way of articulating things and putting it on paper.
Yeah, but she doesn't get to do anything without our final approval. So don't think we have a ghostwriter, because it ain't like that.
No, and she's done so much traveling with us all throughout the years, being a military brat and then just traveling on her own
Keyword
and with
brat.
us. She's our brat.
Our brat. So blog's another option. That's why we went from Squarespace over to WordPress. And we did hire a a website design company that's local to Florida to build our stuff out. And I'm thrilled with it. Honestly, it's great.
And once again, we love small businesses.
Yeah,
they're like family.
Yeah, they're great people. So yes, the world of social media marketing and influencing is still available and highly profitable in certain circumstances. Now, tell them how long it's been for us, and I'm going to tell them about how much money we're making a year.
We just came upon 3 years this past May.
And our last 2 years was $20,000 in 2023, or excuse me, I got that backwards, in 2022. 25,000 in 2023, and we'll probably be about the same, about 25,000 for this year. So no, we're not getting rich off this. We're on the long term. There is people that are absolutely wealthy off of social media, but if you want to get into it as far as a business go, it is viable, but you're gonna earn it.
Yes, you are, and it is a lot of work. But like I said, Chris and I, we're happy about it. We're passionate about what we do. I mean, there's so many different experiences that we got to do since being a content creator. I mean, we're on RV Unplugged season 1 as contestants. We're part of season 2 of RV Unplugged as the production team and games crew. We're on RV television.
Yeah, we have a show.
We're Alliance RV brand ambassadors.
We're ambassadors for More Ride.
RV Airflow. I mean, there's opportunities that we never would have dreamed would happen to us. I mean, leaving Alaska April of 2021, we didn't dream that this big.
No, and I mean to each their own as far as what is success, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like thank God that we have the job that I do, and that I'm blessed enough to be able to support this lifestyle, and that we can really focus on growing the community. And it's not about the money. I mean, yes, we want to make money at this because it's a lot of work.
It is. And it alleviates the stress off me from having to take every brand deal that hits our inbox or our DM. Chris has insurance, health insurance that, covers both of us and our daughter. And thank God, because if you don't know, our daughter had brain surgery November 23, and thank God for your insurance.
Right. So there's a lot of things we can get into. You tell us topic wise if you what things interest you as far as what else you would want to know. But I don't want to discourage anybody from being a content creator or a social media influencer. Just know it is not a get rich quick scheme. It is going to be a grind. It is no different than starting any business from the ground up.
Yeah. And you'll have to get out of your comfort zone on some things. I've learned so much more about content creation than I thought. I mean, I thought I knew quite a bit because I used to work for AT&T and do social media stuff. But wow, I've really learned a lot and grown, and we're having fun.
And we got a lot more to learn and a lot more to grow. So in our mind is we're successful at what we're doing, and we're happy with where we're at because of the experience have been life-changing.
And the friends we've made along the way over the past 3 years, it's been great. Yeah. I love the RV community.
100%. Yes, absolutely. So we hope we didn't discourage you in any way. We also hope we gave you some good insights on it. We've got some great content coming up next week. We're going to do an interview, but we're not going to tell them who.
Ooh, it's exciting.
People that are making a real living while being full-time RVers. And I'm talking real money.
Ooh.
Like 6-figure salaries.
Ooh. That sounds amazing.
That's right. So thank you all. If you are on YouTube watching this, give us a thumbs up.
Yep. Don't forget to subscribe if you have not subscribed already. If you're watching this on the podcast platform, we appreciate you for listening and follow along.
Make sure you put comments because the algorithms love that. So give us a shout out on that. And thank you. And most importantly,
enjoy every moment.